All right, peace and love, everyone. This is a collective message, okay? Because I got a channeled message last night, and I've been meaning to record this, but happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Welcome to my channel, Ratchet Oracle 22. Okay, so this is a collective love message, okay? So what I'm getting, you guys, is some of you, okay, let me say it like this. We all come to this life and see yourself as a computer, okay? So it's as if you came to this life and you're a computer. And a computer needs to be programmed, okay? A computer needs to be programmed with certain settings or whatever it needs to be, certain codes, okay, in order for it to function properly. So you're a computer. We're all computers, and we all have certain programmings, okay? If you remember, if you watched the movie The Matrix, when they were on the scene about the train, they talked about this a lot, like the programming. Each of us come with different programmings, okay? Now, no one is just alike, because even though you may have similar programming, it's like you have so many different programs within your makeup. No one has all of the exact same programs, if that makes sense, okay? So, some of you guys are on the Princess and the Frog programming, okay? So this is a twin flame union or a twin flame connection, okay? And I was literally just chilling, minding my own business, and Spirit was like, watch Princess and the Frog. And I was watching Princess and the Frog, and the message came through, okay? So some of you started a twin flame journey, okay, or a soulmate journey, whatever you want to call these things, okay? A major contract, okay? If you have to put a label on it, I don't typically, and excuse my hands, y'all, I got ink and paint. I've been painting and all kind of stuff, but I don't really do the labels, because I'm gonna do a video on the law of correspondence one day, but I'm all about the law of correspondence, so everything has multiple meanings, okay, or could have different meanings depending on how you interpret it or how you perceive it, okay? But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get into the channel message, okay? So some of you are on this twin flame journey, okay, or on this soulmate journey, and I'm getting that some of you may be questioning or wondering, like, what's happening or what's going on, okay? So that's why I'm doing this video. In the movie Princess and the Frog, okay, basically it's about Princess Tiana and Prince Naveen, or whatever his name is, okay? And Prince Naveen somehow had lost his inheritance, okay? So that's what I'm getting. If you are a divine feminine, and remember, when it comes to feminine energy, it's really about energy. You don't have to be a woman, okay? If you're a male or if you're a man who is more feminine, or you carry more feminine energy, then that would pertain to you as well. But it seems like there is a divine masculine and a divine feminine, okay? Now, this divine masculine has never really been self-sufficient, okay? Your divine masculine, if you're listening to this, if you were called to watch this video, your divine masculine has never really been self-sufficient, okay? Kind of like Prince Naveen. Except whether your divine masculine came from a rich family or not, they've never really been self-sufficient. There's always been someone that your divine masculine can count on for money, support, love, you know, whatever it is that they need, okay? It's like there's always a ram in the bush for this person, or there's always been someone, okay? And I'm getting on an intuitive level, this divine masculine of yours has now, or this divine masculine was made aware that that foundation or that root, okay, or whatever it was that they were able to depend on is about to be taken away, okay? So if you remember in The Princess and the Frog, Prince Naveen was about to lose his inheritance, okay? And inheritance is something that you gain, and it's something that you gain from your ancestors or those who came before you, or someone who leaves you something, okay? So it's like, what I'm getting is that for some of you, your divine masculine may have depended on like a grandparent or a mother or a father, and intuitively the subconscious mind knows that that person is no longer going to be available to your divine masculine for whatever reason. This person could be a grandparent or a great grandparent who is about to pass on. And even if your divine masculine hasn't picked up on that consciously, I'm getting this is all being done on the subconscious level, okay? So some way, somehow, the inheritance that the divine masculine had is being taken away. Like he's been made aware. Your divine masculine, just like Prince Naveen, he's been given like a warning, like, hey, your inheritance is about to be taken away, okay? Unless you go and marry so and so, okay? So you could have met your divine masculine. Your divine masculine could have came in your life at the right time where you felt like everything would be good, everything would be perfect, and things could have been going good, okay? Things could have been going good for you with no issues at all. And then all of a sudden, your divine masculine switches up and you don't know what's going on. So some of you could have been rejected, or your divine masculine could have walked away and chose someone else over you, okay? And you were just left to wonder, like, what the heck? And it's because what I just said, like, your divine masculine, his inheritance was about to be taken away, okay? So on a subconscious level, your divine masculine knew that. Your divine masculine was made aware of that, okay? And he chose to do exactly what Prince Naveen was doing, okay? He made a choice to go. What Prince Naveen was supposed to take this trip to go and find somebody to marry so that he could, you know, keep his inheritance, okay? So for some of y'all, that's how you met your divine masculine, okay? Because they were in search of a partner or someone to marry or someone to co-create with, so that they can keep their inheritance, okay? Whatever this is spiritually, they were in the search for that, okay? And you met this person, okay? And you met them, and this person could have possibly been talking about marriage and all of these things with you, committing and settling down and all of these things. And out of the blue, okay, things just switched up. Now, if you remember in The Princess and the Frog, y'all, while Prince Naveen was on the way to go and find someone to marry, he got caught up with the shadow man, okay? The voodoo man, whatever they want to call it, okay? So he was tricked, okay? Your divine masculine was tricked, okay? But it's all, Spirit wants you to know it's all in the divine plan, okay? Your divine masculine was tricked when there was some type of past life karmic that came back. That's what a shadow is. It's something that came back from the past, okay? Something that came from the darkness, okay? So you chilling with your divine masculine or whatever, because your divine masculine had already been warned on the subconscious level, you need to go and settle down. You need to find someone to marry. You need to find somebody to procreate with, like, or else you're just going to be left out here by yourself high and dry. So your divine masculine met you and you thought this was the one. He thought you was the one, or vice versa, okay? If you think this is for the divine feminine, then that's how you see it. But on this journey, your divine masculine fell for some type of temptation, okay? The temptation was something from the past or someone from the past, okay? And this could have even been like a past life contract that that came back around and tempted your divine masculine, and your divine masculine fell for it, okay? If you remember the movie, the shadow man basically promised, you know, Prince Naveen all of these things. You know, all of your dreams will come true. You'll get everything you want, Prince Naveen. You know, all you got to do is X, Y, Z. All you got to do is go and marry Charlotte, you know. So that's what happened with your divine masculine, y'all. Seriously, something bit me. That's what happened with y'all divine masculine. They got caught up in some low vibrational stuff. They started operating from their lower nature, okay? But again, this was all in the divine plan, okay? So don't get it twisted, all right? This is all in the divine plan. So your divine masculine was tricked by the shadow man or whatever, but notice that once he agreed, he was turned into a frog, okay? The frog symbolizes the transformation, okay? That's what a frog symbolizes, the transformation. So the moment he made that deal with the devil, the moment he made that deal with his lower self, okay, with the shadow, with the past karmic, with someone from the past, the moment he signed that contract, he began his walk through the valley of the shadow of death, okay? He began his transformation. He was turned into a frog immediately, okay? And the frog represents the transformation. So he's turned into this frog, and he's supposed to be basically transforming and learning his lessons. But you know, in the beginning, he still don't realize the lesson. So he like, look, let me just go find me a princess to kiss, and she'll turn me, you know, back from being a frog or whatever. She'll turn me back into being a human. So then there's Tiana. That's you, divine feminine, okay? He goes and he sees divine feminine, okay? And divine feminine he meets divine feminine for some of y'all, he meets you at a time in your life, like I was saying earlier, divine feminine, where you really were in a desperate need for something, okay? Like Princess Tiana, when she first saw the frog, she was really in desperate need of her restaurant, or at least that's what she thought she needed. She thought she needed her restaurant, and she was really like in a low vibrational place, okay, when she met the frog, Prince Naveen, okay? So y'all, so Princess Tiana needed something or wanted something, and Princess Naveen wanted something, even though he was turned into a frog. So he finds her, and he's like, okay, a kiss from the princess or will, you know, help turn me back. But little did they know that would be the beginning of their transformation journey together, okay? When she kisses the frog, it doesn't turn him back into a human. It begins her transformation as well, okay? So you could have met someone and you were unaware, okay, that just like the choice that Prince Naveen made to fall for the temptation, and that led to his transformation, you did the same thing. The choice you made to embrace this person, to love this person, to have sex with this person, to kiss this person, that was the beginning of your transformation as well. You just didn't know it, okay? So you guys met, and it started a transformation, okay? You guys met at a time where you were both looking for something. You were both focused on what you wanted, okay? There was a desire, both of you. You can't even blame just the divine masculine, because you was looking for something too, okay? Divine feminine. And you guys got more than what you bargained for, okay? You both got more than what you bargained for. You thought you were coming for one thing, and whoa, okay, just like the Princess and the Frog movie, you were taking on a whole nother journey, okay? Now, notice that now that Tiana's turned into a frog as well, and her transformation starts, the war starts between Princess Tiana and Prince Naveen, okay? So that's what happened between you and your masculine, okay? You guys, things were good, okay? Things were good. But your divine masculine fell for some temptation, okay? But this started a transformation. And when you attach yourself to someone, you attach yourself to that energy. So you being attached to this divine masculine's energy started your own transformation, okay? And that's what the frogs the frogs and the Princess and the Frog represent, the transformation. So now the Prince Naveen and Princess Tiana are on this journey, and they can't get along, okay? So that's definitely what happened between you and your divine masculine. Like, you guys just stopped being able to get along, stopped being able to see eye to eye for whatever reason. There was a lot of conflict, a lot of bickering, okay? Your divine masculine was very materialistic, very flashy, okay? Very night energy, okay? Didn't want to really settle down, and you wanted like something more committed, something more solid. Divine feminine, you work hard for the things that you want in life, okay? And like I said, this divine masculine was used to just getting by you know, very easily in life, never having to really work hard for anything. And when you guys came together, I'm getting that there was something that you were both supposed to learn from each other. There, like this whole journey that you're on with this twin flame, there's cycles, and there's different cycles to this journey, okay? And you got to know what cycle you're in. But you guys were supposed to learn from each other. You were supposed to teach this person work ethic, okay? How to work hard for what you want. But I'm getting that somewhere down the line, this person got tired, okay, and wanted to revert back and take the easy way out or something here. But you were supposed to teach this person, you were supposed to teach this divine masculine the art of like hard work or something, or how to get what you want through work, and how to stay committed to something, how to dedicate yourself to something. And this divine masculine was supposed to teach you, just like he said, you don't have fun enough. That's what Prince Naveen told Tiana. You so busy, divine feminine, focused on all the serious things and trying to keep things in order, and divine masculine was supposed to teach you about being free, being fun, loving yourself, things like that, okay? But because you guys kind of couldn't see the lesson, it just caused a lot of problem. It was a lot of, you know, tit for tat, you versus me, this versus that, pointing the fingers type stuff, okay? So you embark on this journey with your divine masculine, divine feminine, and they're trying to figure out now, you know, how do we break this spell, okay? How do we break this curse? And they start this journey. Like I said, they can't get along. They're blaming each other. They're going back and forth, okay? And they have to go find Mama Odie. And Mama Odie, she's like, okay, what do you guys want? And Tiana's like, well, I want my restaurant. And she's like, no. You always think about what you want, but you're not thinking about what you need, okay? So that's what I'm getting. You guys were thinking about something that you wanted, but you both weren't thinking about what you needed, which was love, self-love, growth, transformation, okay? And that's what you guys brought out of each other, you and your twin flame. So they go to Mama Odie. And Mama Odie, you know, tries to help them. She tells them, you know, if you go back, you know, since y'all want to do it y'all way, since y'all still don't get it, y'all still don't get that y'all supposed to be together, okay? Because that's what's happening. You and this person going back and forth, fighting. you know, not seeing eye to eye. Mama OD's like, okay, y'all still, that's what Spirit is saying. Like, y'all still not seeing this, okay? Y'all not seeing that you both need each other. You're blaming him. He's blaming you. You got it. You know what? Fine. If you guys want to be turned back into humans, all he got to do is go on and marry Charlotte, kiss Charlotte, and Charlotte to turn him back. And then his deal was, okay, well, once Charlotte turned me back into a human, I'll help Tiana get her restaurant. I'll tell Charlotte to pay for Tiana to get her restaurant. So that's why your divine masculine ran out, ghosted you, left you, okay? Because y'all couldn't see eye to eye. Neither one of you were still at the point, or even if you were, your divine masculine still wasn't at the point of seeing or knowing that you were what they needed, okay? It ain't about what you want. Like the movie says, it's about what you need. And they weren't at the point of knowing that you were what they needed, okay? So they took, you know, what Mama O did. Okay, well, plan B, I can go and marry the other person. You know, I can, you know, build, save up me a little money, get my money, and I can pay you back for all you've done, okay? Because you could have, like, really poured a lot into this person. You could have really been there for this person, okay? I'm getting that divine feminine. You did your part of the contract, okay? And this divine masculine knows that. So they had, like, this plan or something, like, okay, leave divine feminine. Go build where it's easier, because with divine feminine, I got to go through this transformation. With karmic, all I got to do is marry her and I'll be turned back into a human, and then I could just go back to my human ways and save up my money and then pay back my divine feminine. I don't know what your divine masculine was thinking, okay? But it didn't work out like that, okay? It didn't work out like that, but that was their plan, okay? So for some of you, this is your storyline, okay? You were with your divine masculine, and out of nowhere, they just up and left because they were tempted, okay, by the shadows, okay? Instead of wanting to put in the work to do the transformation, it was harder to be with you, okay? It was much harder to be with you because being with you meant going through the transformation and seeing it all the way through to the end, okay? Being accountable. Being with you, realize giving up what I want and accepting what I need, okay? And the divine masculine took the easy way out, okay? Fuck it, I'll just go marry Charlotte and, you know, try to manipulate that whole situation. Okay, so that's what happened. Your divine masculine chose someone over you, okay? Or you think they chose someone over you, all right? You really think that they chose someone over you? But if you watch the movie, it's like, in his mind, in your divine masculine mind, I know it might sound crazy, but in your divine masculine's mind, he thought this was the best option for both of y'all, okay? Your divine masculine thought that you would always be there, okay? To, like, later. Or your divine masculine thought, you know, well, at least if I could pay her back, okay? Especially if you did a lot for this person financially, they was like, you know, even if I can't be what she needs, at least if I could pay her back, okay? So I don't know. They came up with this whole, like, orchestrated plan that just, it seems to have failed, okay? That's what I'm getting. It seems to not have worked. But there's this energy, okay, where they made this choice to reject you or walk away from you because of an inheritance that was about to be lost, okay? And they went to a karmic, okay? And they tried to build with the karmic because they thought that this was the best option, okay? But as you can see, on the way to go marry the karmic, okay, Prince Naveen got caught up, okay? He got caught up by them shadows again. So them shadows came, the shadow man came and caught Prince Naveen again, all right? And Prince Naveen was somewhere else. But guess what? They found someone to infiltrate Prince Naveen and shapeshift. So your divine masculine is not himself right now. Your divine masculine is somewhere like locked up because he got caught up in the darkness, caught up in the shadows. and your divine, the soul or the spirit that's in your divine masculine right now is not him. Okay? There's like an entity attached to your divine masculine making him do all this. Okay? If you watch the movie Princess and the Frog, that's what was going on. They tried to use a spell to turn the older man into Prince Naveen so he could at least go ahead and marry Charlotte. And that's what's being done. Your divine masculine has an entity attached to him right now, okay? And that's so that the will of the past karma or the past karmic will be fulfilled. Like, it's people that's trying to keep y'all apart. Okay, but your divine masculine is not himself right now. He is like operating from a whole, like I said, there's an entity attached to your divine masculine, and the choices that he's making is not even his own will. Okay, and I'm not making excuses for anyone, but it's like he's being led by a parasite or something, okay, to fulfill the will of someone else. There is a spell, okay? When someone put a spell on your divine masculine, someone hits your divine masculine, just like the Shadow Man. The whole thing was about voodoo, okay? To get whatever. The Shadow Man wanted your Prince Naveen to marry Charlotte so that he could get some type of wealth, okay? So someone, I don't know who this is, but someone put some type of hex or spell or a curse or something on your divine masculine to get your divine masculine to leave you and marry somebody else. But your divine masculine somehow had realized somewhere along the way that this wasn't right, okay? But somehow somebody, before he could even, right his wrongs or something, he got caught up, okay? His past came back to haunt him and he got trapped somewhere. Okay, so your divine masculine could have been trying to get out or could be trying to get out, but he's stuck. Okay? And he's not himself right now. And, the whole time, he's trying to get out. The marriage is about to happen and he's trying to get out to stop it. And everybody's trying to stop it. And eventually he gets help, okay? And he stops the wedding and he realizes that he truly loves Tiana and they accept each other as they are in their transformation stage, still as frogs. And once they both truly accept each other from their dark side as well, they kiss and that heals and breaks the curse. And it turns them back into a human. Okay, so this is for some of you, okay? You are following this programming. You and your divine masculine, this is exactly what you're going through. And your divine masculine is now at the point where they're realizing, and they're trying to save this, okay? They're trying to figure out how the heck to get out of this contract with this karmic, okay? And if you hear, there's now my kids crying in the background, so that's confirmation, okay? They're trying to figure out how the heck to get out of this contract and how the heck to get back to you in time. Because remember in the movie, it was time was ticking. So your divine masculine know that time is ticking, okay? Your divine masculine know that time is definitely ticking, and he's trying to figure out how to get out of a situation or a contract with someone else, so he can get